here in the 100-acre wood.
Deep in the 100-acre wood, where Christopher Robin plays, you'll find the enchanted neighborhood of Christopher's childhood days. A donkey named Eeyore is his friend, and Kanga and Little Roo. There's Rabbit and Piglet and there's Owl, but most of all Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, Cowpea, little Cowpea, all stuffed with fluff. He's Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, willy-nilly, silly old bear.
Many natural wonders, but none was more beautiful than a tiny stream running through the forest. This particular stream had a very long way to travel, and by the time it reached the edge of the forest, it had grown up so it was almost a river. Being grown up, it said to itself, "There is no hurry. We shall get there someday." Crossing the river at its most peaceful spot was an old wooden bridge. It was a familiar spot to Winnie the Pooh, for he would often wander there, doing nothing in particular and thinking nothing in particular. But on the most recent of these excursions, something took his mind off of nothing.
This is a very good fir cone, and something ought to rhyme to it. Think, think, think. Now, fir cones belong in trees, up high with the buzzing bees. But this one I found down on the ground, freed by a gentle breeze. Oh, bother. I suppose I shall have to find another one.
Pooh had every intention of getting another fir cone, but the river was slipping away so peacefully beneath him that he began to slip away with it.
That's funny. I dropped it on the other side, and it came out on this side. I wonder if it would do it again. I wonder which will come out first.
Well, the big one came out first, and the little one came out last, which was what Pooh wanted.
I did?
Yes, Pooh, and that was the beginning of a game called Pooh Sticks,
which I invented.
Now one day, Pooh and Piglet, Rabbit and Roo were all playing Pooh Sticks together.
But why call it Pooh Sticks? I thought I started with fir cones.
You did, Pooh, but sticks were easier to mark.
Oh, yes. Now I remember.
Now one day, Pooh and Piglet, Rabbit and Roo were all playing Pooh Sticks together.
All right. Now the first stick to pass all the way under the bridge wins. Now on your marks, get set, Roo. We must all start together. Oh dear, now where was I? Oh yes. On your marks, get set, go!
I can see mine! I win! I win!
Can you see yours, Pooh? No, I expect my sticks stuck.
They always take longer than you think.
Oh, I can see yours, Piglet. Mine's a sort of grayish one. Yes, that's what I can see. It's coming over to my side.
Come on, Stick! Stick!
Are you sure it's me?
It's a big gray one! Here it comes! A very big gray!
No, it isn't. It's Eeyore!
Don't pay any attention to me. Nobody ever does.
Eeyore, what are you doing down there?
Give you 3 guesses.
Fishing?
Wrong.
Going for a sail?
Wrong again.
Waiting for somebody to help you out of the river?
That's right. Give Rabbit the time, and he'll get the answer.
He's going round and round!
If I decide to practice the slide movement from right to left, or left to right, it's nobody's business but my own.
Eeyore, what can we... I mean, how should we... You think if we...
Yes, one of those will be just the thing. Thank you, Piglet.
I've got an idea, but I don't suppose it's a very good one.
I don't suppose it is.
Go on, Pooh. Let's have it.
Well, if we all threw stones and things into the river on one side of Eeyore, the stones would make waves, and the waves would wash him to the other side.
Oh, yeah. That's a very good idea. I'm glad we thought of it, Pooh. Pooh? Oh, Piglet, give Pooh a little more room. Get back in there, Roo. I think a little to the left, Pooh. No, to the right, yes.
Eeyore, could you stop turning around for a moment? Because it muddles me rather.
I like turning, especially round.
Pooh, when I say now, you can drop it. Eeyore, when I say now, Pooh will drop the stone. Are you ready? Good. 1, let me see, 2, now!
Oh dear, perhaps it wasn't such a very good idea after all.
There he is!
Oh, Eeyore, you're all wet!
That happens when you've been in a river a long time, Piglet.
How did you fall in, Eeyore?
I was bounced.
Did somebody push you?
Somebody bounced me. I was thinking by the side of the river, minding my own business, when I received a loud bounce.
But who did it? I expect it was Tigger.
Eeyore, was it Tigger?
Hello, Rabbit.
Tigger, what happened just now?
Just when?
When you bounced Eeyore into the river.
Well, I didn't bounce him.
He bounced me.
Oh, I didn't really. I just had a cough, you see, and I happened to be behind Eeyore, and I said, It's all right, Piglet.
That's what I call bouncing.
I didn't bounce. I coughed.
Bouncing or coughing, it's all the same.
Oh, no, it's not.
Stop bouncing me, Tigger!
All I did was cough.
You bounced.
Coughed.
Bounced.
Coughed.
Excuse me, perhaps I can help.
Who said that?
It's the narrator.
In order to find out what really happened, we'll simply return to the spot where Eeyore was thinking by the side of the river, up at the top of page 245.
Here's Eeyore!
So he did bounce him.
Oh, well, it was just a joke. Some people have no sense of humor.
Tigger's so thoughtless with his bouncing.
Why should Tigger think of me? Nobody else does.
Why do you say that, Eeyore?
Without question, something was troubling Eeyore. And while his friends puzzled over his unusual behavior, Eeyore followed the stream back to his gloomy spot, which became even gloomier than usual. Pathetic. Just as I thought. No better from this side. Nobody minds. Nobody cares. Pathetic.
Eeyore, what's the matter?
What makes you think anything's the matter?
You seem so sad.
Why should I be sad? It's my birthday, the happiest day of the year.
Your birthday?
Of course, can't you see all the presents?
No.
Can't you see the cake, the candles, the pink sugar?
No.
Neither can I.
Oh. Well, many happy returns of the day, Eeyore.
Thank you, Pooh. But we can't all. And some of us don't.
Can't all what?
No gaiety. No song and dance. No, here we go round the mulberry bush. But don't worry about me, Pooh. Go and enjoy yourself. I'll stay here and be miserable. With no presents, no cake, no candles.
Eeyore, wait right here.
Pooh hurried home as fast as he could, when who should he find in front of his house but
Piglet. Hello, Pooh. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to... That is, I was trying to reach the knocker.
Let me do it for you.
But Pooh...
I found out what's troubling poor Eeyore. It's his birthday, and nobody has taken any notice of it. And he's very gloomy and, well, whoever lives here certainly takes a long time answering his door.
But, Pooh, isn't this your house?
Oh, so it is. Well, let's go in. I must get poor Eeyore a present of some sort. Honey, that should do very well. What are you going to give, Piglet?
Couldn't I give it to you from both of us?
No, Piglet, that would not be a very good plan.
Perhaps I could give Eeyore a balloon.
That, Piglet, is a very good idea. Nobody could be uncheered by a balloon.
I have one at home. I'll go and get it right now.
So off Piglet trotted in one direction, and in the other direction went Pooh with his jar of honey. However, Pooh hadn't gone very far when a very funny feeling began to creep over him. It began at the tip of his nose and trickled all the way down to the soles of his feet, as if someone inside him was saying,
Now then, Pooh, time for a little something.
So Pooh had a little something, and then he had a little more, and a little more, until he had taken his last lick from the inside of the jar.
Now let me see. Where was I going? Oh, yes, Eeyore. I was going to... Oh, bother. I must give Eeyore something. I think I shall go see my good friend Owl.
Oh, that should do it. The perfect spot. Yes, coming. Pooh, to what do I owe this?
Many happy returns of Eeyore's birthday, Owl.
Oh, is that what it was? Well, come in, Pooh, come in.
You know, that reminds me of the birthday of my great-uncle Robert, a portrait of whom you see up on the wall on your right. He had just reached the ripe old age of 103, although, of course, he would only admit to 97, and we all felt a celebration was in order. So, while Uncle Robert was returning in the late forenoon from a... What are you giving him, Owl? Giving who, Pooh? Eeyore? Oh, Eeyore. Yes, what are you giving him, Pooh? I'm giving him this useful pot to keep things in, and I wanted to ask you... A useful pot? Evidently, someone has been keeping honey in it. You can keep anything in it. It's very useful like that. And I wanted to ask you... You ought to write happy birthday on it. That was what I wanted to ask you. My spelling is wobbly. Very well, then. If you please. It's easier if people don't look while I'm writing. There, all finished. What do you think of it? I kept it simple. Just saying happy birthday. It seems like a lot of words. Yes, well, actually, of course, I wrote a very happy birthday with love from Pooh. Naturally, it takes a good deal of words to say a long thing like that. Oh, I see. Well, thank you, Owl. Eeyore will be most pleased. Oh, I do hope so. Oh, this is so exciting. I'm flying directly over to Christopher Robin's to tell him the news. Many happy returns of Eeyore's birthday, Piglet. Oh, and many happy returns to you too, Owl. Oh dearie, dear. What shall how shall I? Well, perhaps Eeyore doesn't like balloons so very much.
Good afternoon, Piglet. If it is a good afternoon, which I doubt.
Many happy returns of the day.
Meaning my birthday.
Yes, Eeyore, and I've brought you a present.
Pardon me, Piglet. My hearing must be going. I thought you said you brought me a present.
I did. I've brought you a balloon.
Balloon? Did you say balloon?
Yes, but I'm afraid, I'm very sorry, but when I was running, that is, to bring it, I fell down and
My balloon? My birthday balloon? Red. My favorite color. How big was it?
About as big as me.
My favorite size.
Many happy returns of the day, Eeyore. I've brought you a little present. It's a useful pot, and it's got a very happy birthday with love from Pooh written on it. And it's for putting things in.
Like a balloon?
Oh, no, Eeyore. Balloons are much too big to go into a So it does. Eeyore, I'm very glad that I thought of giving you a useful pot to put things in.
And we're very glad I thought of giving you something to put in a useful pot.
Many happy returns, Eeyore.
Hooray!
Bravo! Bravo! Good show! This reminds me of the party we once gave my great-uncle Robert. He had just reached the ripe old age of 103, though of course he would only admit to 97. So we had to instruct the guests to pretend that he...
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Not... Tigger!
Hello, Tigger. We're having a party.
A party? Oh boy, a party! Oh, Tiggers love parties! Oh, and cake!
You've got a lot of nerve showing up here after what you did to Eeyore. Well, I think Tigger should leave.
Aw, let him stay.
What do you think, Christopher Robin?
I think we all ought to play Pooh sticks.
Pooh sticks? Oh boy! That's what Tiggers do best! So they gathered on the old wooden bridge and played the game for many contented hours. And Eeyore, who had never played it before, won more times than anyone else. But poor Tigger won none at all. Tiggers don't like Pooh sticks.
Let's play again.
We must go home now, dear. It's past your bedtime.
Gee, do we have to? I'm not tired.
Come along.
I think we should all be going.
Yes, quite right. Congratulations, Eeyore. It's been a delightful party.
Thank you all. Tigger, I'd be happy to tell you my secret for winning at Pooh Sticks.
You would?
It's very easy. You just have to let your stick drop in a twitchy sort of way.
Oh yeah, I forgot to twitch. That was my problem.
Bounced again.
Tigger's all right, really.
Of course he is.
Everybody is, really. That's what I think. But I don't suppose I'm right.
Of course you are, silly old bear.
Winnie the Pooh.
Who said that? The narrator.
For a bear of very little brain, he certainly finds quite a lot of excitement.
Who, me? Oh, I'm just looking for some honey. Oh, do you happen to have any honey?
I'm sorry, Pooh, I don't. But I do have 4 classic stories in the 100-Acre Wood. With you, and Tigger, and Eeyore, and Christopher Robin. You're all so much fun.
Exactly. Well, actually, Mr. Narrator, I'm rather hungry. I'll do almost anything to fill my tummy.
Sounds familiar, Pooh. Did you forget in Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree, you take to the air when you were Honey Potter's bear?
I shall fly like a bee. Up to the honey tree, see?
Then it's a windy day in the 100-Acre Wood in the Academy Award-winning Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day.
Well, that's when I saved poor little Piglet, and everybody threw a party, just for me.
You are our hero.
And you remember Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too.
Hello, Trink, Trink. What is that song that Tigger's always singing?
The wonderful thing about Tigger is Tigger's a wonderful thing. The tops are made of the river, the bottoms are made of the spring. The bouncy, 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 fun, 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 fun. But the most wonderful thing about Tigger is I'm the only one.
Oh, yes. Yes, that was the time we all tried to take the boats out of Tigger.
Don't be ridiculous.
It didn't work out really well. That is, not as well as Eeyore's birthday party.
That's right. In Winnie the Pooh and a Day for Eeyore, Eeyore thinks everyone's forgotten his birthday.
Nobody cares.
But you and your friends prove him wrong with a surprise party.
This is so exciting.
I'm sure kids of all ages will really have fun sharing these adventures with you, Pooh, and all your friends from the 100-Acre Wood.
Quite frankly,
There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
pots of honey.
No, 4 Winnie the Pooh storybook videos. There's nothing more fun than collecting all 4. Except collecting honey, of course.
TTFN, ta-ta for now.